Hello, my name is Francis Ackland, and I'm here to give an introduction to this YouTube channel that you're looking at now, which is called Book of Mormon Songs. And the purpose of the channel is to set the text of the Book of Mormon to music. And it's hard to explain why I'm doing it, but I love music, and I love the Book of Mormon, and I enjoy combining music with scriptures. And this was a project that I decided to start working on at the end of 2020. I've done other work before, and I actually did the Gospel of Luke, completed that at the right before I started this project, which was a very beautiful and amazing project to work on Luke. And when I got to the end of that, I was thinking about, well, what could I do next? And I had the idea, well, do the Book of Mormon, which I've been working on fairly steadily since then. It's obviously it's a long project because it's about, well, in the book it's like 530 pages long in the current edition, but it's a big project. Obviously, I think it's over. I did a count. It was 6,600 verses approximately, and I think it's 239 chapters. So obviously it's a major project, but I have really been enjoying doing it. Right now, this is July 4th, 2023, and I'm in Helaman. Started Helaman just recently, and I decided that I haven't finished the whole first draft yet, but I decided I was going to start putting out some content. So I've actually, on the YouTube channel so far, what we have is chapters 1 and 2 of First Nephi, and with me singing, which is what it is. I've got my voice has its problems, but I'm doing this mostly on my own. So I do the writing on my own. I do the recording of these tracks at home, and it's a challenge because, well, I don't have the greatest studio set up. I just got some basic equipment, but it does the basic job, and that's what I want to get done. So that's what this is all about. This YouTube channel is also a website, which is called bookofmormonsongs.org. So what I've got on the channel will be basically recordings of the verses sung with instrumental backing. On the website, I've got sheet music, which is basically the melody, text, and the chords. It's not full, like piano accompaniment or band accompaniment or anything like that. It's just pretty basic, because if I was to do everything, it would be much bigger job. And I've also got instrumental tracks on them. So, one of the purposes that I have for this work that I do, it helps me to know the scriptures better, because when something's set to music, it's a lot easier to remember than if you're just trying to remember the text. At least it is for me. So that's kind of one of the motivations for me, is that it helps me learn the text better. And I'm hoping that it might be helpful to some other people out there, that, they might think, oh, I'd like to know how blankety blank, I'd like to memorize this scripture. Well, maybe if it's set to music, then might be helpful. That's what I'm hoping. But I mean, for me, the reason I'm doing this is it's a joy to do. Actually, it's a way for me to immerse myself in the scriptural text in a way that I don't usually get when I just read it, because you spend so much time working on these verses, and you've got to go back and revise and redo, and you just spend a lot more time, or at least I did, in the text. And it's just been a very enjoyable way to study the scriptures. Now, I will say this, is that this, if anybody is interested in contributing some of the songs to this site, I would be more than delighted. So, it's time consuming for me to do the recording part of this, because it doesn't come easy to me. Singing, I'm fine singing, but recording and the whole process, it takes a lot of time, and it also takes mental energy to do that, because I worry about when I'm singing, am I going to get this note right? And you'll hear if you listen to any of the tracks, that there's some problems, some vocal problems, but all I can say is that's the best I'm doing right now, and I'm doing it with what I've got, my vocal cords and my brain, but I would be more than delighted if anybody else would be interested in contributing to any of the tracks on this site. I can send music, and it would be a great, it would help speed things up a great deal. I calculated that if I was to do this on my own, it would take many, many, many years to get this finished. I would like to get it finished in my lifetime. That would be a great goal, if I can stick it out. If anyone wants to help, though, it would be make things go faster. And anyway, that is a little bit about what this site is all about. And I thank you for your time, for watching. And if anyone has any ideas or any comments, I'd be delighted to see those. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep plugging away. And I don't expect this to be it's kind of a very niche channel. This is not pop music by any stretch. But it is. It really is a labor of love. The Book of Mormon has been a extremely, extremely important text in my life. I joined the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints after finding a copy of the Book of Mormon, and so that's kind of how I learned about the restored gospel of Jesus Christ, and that's been the greatest thing that's happened to me. So I love this book, and I love music. I've always loved music, and so really is a great joy for me. I mean, I'm doing this because I want to do it. If other people enjoy it, I'm absolutely delighted. But I've received a lot of wonderful blessings and joys in doing this, even if no one ever hears a word of this. So anyway, thank you for listening, and I wish everyone great things.